It's good now that nobody watches my videos. I was worried that somebody I know personally before would watch my videos. And I checked and I found out it was just a complete stranger. I should make the beginning of my videos as boring as possible, so that less complete strangers would stop by. I want to talk because I have no one to talk to. Today, last night I was laying in bed thinking how I was gonna spend today, how I was gonna pass through the day, doing nothing, having nothing to do, having no one. I often say every day of my life feels the same. I do the same things every single day, but it seems like every day is quite different. For example, today I watched a TV series. It's K-drama. Well, it sounded quite special, so I wanted to watch it. Normally, I hate anything Korean. I would say it's a nice TV series, but I don't resonate with anything in it. I liked the main actor. That's why I wanted to watch this one. Yeah, I remember now. I wanted to watch it because the main actor. But to my great surprise, I do not like the role at all that he played in this show. I kind of hate that person. I don't resonate with their relationships, with the characters, and I am a profound professional movie media taster. What's the right word? Appraiser. I have watched 1,000 movies. I have quite of a taste. I need profundity in things that I watch, and this show lacks that. It probably is better than many, but I haven't watched many. But I have seen better, not TV series, but movies. There are many really great movies. I would say TV series have, but I was gonna expand the conversation on that, but no. Getting off track. I wish I could call someone. I do have people I can call. Like, I can just make a phone call with them and we can just start talking. But at the same time, I feel like there's nothing we can say between us. My existence in this world, yeah, oftentimes it sounds cliche, but sometimes feels like a mistake. I cannot conjure up the reason why I chose to be here. Like, 'cause we all chose to be born into this earth. Nobody is all willingly. It's a willing choice made before birth. I cannot imagine what the reason is to this point of my life, I can't believe I have chosen the family that I have had. I cannot begin to understand the point of my current life that has continued for the past 2.5 years, and I don't know when it should end. I have nothing to do, I have nothing I want to do, and I have no one in my life. That is my alarm clock. My centering alarm clock. Before this point of my life, I felt alone, even though I was never alone before this point of my life, even though I had always felt alone. At this point of my life, I am alone. I can't say that either, honestly. I had people. So what happened was actually, my life is pretty short, honestly. Before this point in my life, I was in school. I am so young. I was in universities. More than one, yeah. I always was not alone. People around me, people in my life. People I had met that were really nice to me. Even though I felt alone with them around me. But I'm grateful for them. Without them, but I still don't understand, like, why I don't have what's essential to my existence, what I consider to be essential to my existence. So for always, I have no fear of death. I desire it. Like, I think many people can resonate. You might not want to think about killing yourself, but you wish something could happen to kill you, to take you out of here. But this point, and then in the beginning of this, so I was having a plan when I was in high school. I felt there was something to life. I didn't have an idea, but I did not feel lost. I knew there was, like, I was gonna go to university and I didn't know what I was gonna study. Interestingly, I never thought of it, actually. Now that when I think about it, it's kind of interesting too. It's quite surprising for me to find out right now that when I was in high school, I didn't know what I was gonna study. Because for me, I always feel to myself like a person that has always the sense of direction. But now that I think about it, I remember when I was in high school, I was not thinking about at all. I didn't know what to study in university. Only when it was time to decide, I decided to study language, because I think I was thinking about psychology, but because I didn't study science. So the universities wouldn't take you unless you are a science student. I studied only history, geography, and what else? Politics or philosophy, and just some math. So I think I couldn't be taken as a psychology student by the universities. They would only take the science students, like. So I chose to study languages, and then I got depressed, and then I moved on from that. I finally choosing to study psychology, and then something happened when I was in the middle of that. Before I began that, something happened. I was informed by life, by the universe, by spirituality, by chance, or by destiny that I live in a magical world. The materialism I never believed in, I never thought about it or doubted it. It was false. That changed my life course and pushed me, the river drove me to where I am here today, which sounds like a very short life, honestly, now when I think about it. I feel like I have been here forever, but now I have so little to say. Although I've had I was gonna say a complicated past, childhood, but not so much either. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I have had a more complicated childhood than the average. So that's what made me change country again, back to where I am here. That started this 2.5 year journey, and in the beginning I wasn't alone. I was in contact with this person that I had when I was in the UK studying, was gonna study psychology. And then we stopped talking. Naturally, I would say. Because like I said, every single person I had encountered, I'm grateful for them, but I always felt alone. I felt they couldn't see me or understand me deeply. Anything more than surface level understanding I did not feel from them. Naturally, we stopped talking, and then we completely lost. Not that it lost. Something happened to have stopped our contact altogether completely. And then I kept on doing what I have always been doing my entire life, adult life, was trying to talk to strangers, trying to connect with them, trying to sift through the crowd to find what I have been looking for, what I consider to be what's essential to my existence. That is my community. I don't like to use that word actually. My true family. I have never found them. So I would say the first year of this, maybe the first year, I don't remember how long I had been talking to strangers before I completely stopped doing it. That's actually a recent thing. I feel after all these years, and I have completely changed during the past one or even past half year, that I cannot resonate with this searching anymore. So I stopped altogether, even though that's the only way through which I can connect with the world, I think. It's not the only way. What I'm doing right now is one of the ways. I have a blog, I write. I have been making these videos, although I don't want them to be popular. I don't want random people to listen to me. I only want to be understood. I don't want to be heard. I want to be seen. Well, these videos certainly have not led anywhere. I've made them. I did not expect too much. Now I feel completely alone because I literally, for the first time in my life, I'm not talking to anyone on the internet, in real life, anywhere. Maybe it's the first time in my life I'm officially alone. Last year, somebody entered my life. That was July. Suddenly somebody popped up. An old person, somebody I've known years ago. That was, so to count from that on, someone else entered my life this year. That was just only a week or two ago. We stopped talking. Actually, I'm not as alone as I think, I guess. Or maybe even if I've had these people, but most days, maybe not most days, many months in between and days in between, I am alone. When I cannot message, when I'm not messaging, even when we're messaging somebody, that was just a couple of minutes a day of the messages, and the rest of the day I spend alone. Now I officially have no one. And I'm living on the savings that I have saved for my studies that I changed course from. That should support me for another 2 years, or less or more. I don't know. But this cannot go on for another 2 years, or not even one, not even a half. I cannot live like this without knowing what the point is at all. I can say every day I have quite some things to do, but at the same time I have nothing to do. I don't want to go anywhere alone. I have traveled. I've been to other parts of the world and lived there, and I have traveled alone. I don't want to do it again. I just cannot live without what's essential to me, that I have always been seeking, that I have never found. There is no way that I can keep living alone in this world, especially in this world. In this world that I guess I have chosen to be in for a reason that is too mysterious. I cannot begin to decode. I don't know at all. I wouldn't be able to answer why I would have chosen this place where I am a complete alien and a misfit from in all aspects of life that are profound, that are fundamental. Alone. And I'm alone. It's suffocating. This is the time I'm grateful that that my dad died when I was 8, so that I can think that now he is with me. I'm not that alone. Not that alone. And I want to ask, would you please tell me what is the point of my stay here in this world?
what I meant to do. In the beginning of this, when I moved back here, I calculated how much time my money could last me. And I was thinking, if only I could have more money. If only I had more money. If only I had infinite money, then I wouldn't worry at all. And I often worried about money. What if this? What if that? What if nothing happens and I will have to deal with my financial situation? Finally, but now I am grateful that I don't have an infinite amount of money to keep this going forever. Eventually, it will have to end. In one way or another. No, I can't even go on to the point as far as this my money can last me. I can't go on like this for not even another month. I watched a TV series. It feels just like when I was 18, when I was 19, when I was in university, when I was really depressed. I was depressed back then. I am not today. Today now I am not depressed. Not. I know what it feels like to be depressed. The feeling that you're just sad. And I would be watching this TV series that had many seasons. Each season had many episodes. Each episode was long, I guess 50 minutes. I spent a lot of time alone in summer vacation. Maybe every day, completely alone. I'd be sitting in the empty dining hall where there was AC, where I didn't have to be literally alone, like in my dorm room. That was a public space. There were some couple of people, and I'd be there. I'd be watching a TV series, and I wouldn't be able to stop, because whenever I stopped, whenever I paused the videos, this overwhelming feeling of quiet of my life was such a strong contrast with what I saw in the life of the people on my screen. They have so many things to do. There's so many things happening, so many people, so many relationships running around like a real life. So many things going on. And in my life, nothing. Alone me, nothing was happening. I felt the same today because I said I watched a TV series, and again I wouldn't be able to stop whenever I paused. It just was too quiet. The room, too quiet. Not that the room's quiet, people outside making noises. The sound of my surrounding, not quiet. It's just the quiet of my life, or the looming quiet of my life. Nothing's going on in my life. And I just couldn't help but keep on watching another episode. I no longer expect to live in this world. I used to say it's impossible that I'm the only one, but now I want to say I feel so much dissonance with this world that I would rather leave it all. I don't want to live here. Unless some miracle, whatever kind of miracle I cannot imagine that would happen, that would change everything. And maybe what I fear the most is nothing happens. I don't die. Nothing happens to kill me. Nothing happens at all in my life. This just goes on for another month, another month, another month, another month, and nothing happens. Nobody walks in my life. Nothing shows up. Nothing shows up in my life or in me. Just nothing. Suddenly I realize I am being so blind. Everything happened during the past 2 years. I have changed. Not just every month I change. Things have been happening. Maybe not in my life, but in me, I'm completely different. Maybe this is the point. But Dad, if you're listening, I cannot be alone anymore. I do not have any reassurance that anything would change at all, or anything would show up, or anyone, like, not anyone, but those that I've been seeking and waiting all my life would show up, or something like that, or I would die, or maybe that's the case. I was thinking it feels like a great consolation. Hopefully there's something that happened, and I would be able to leave. No, I would be able to go finally to where I belong. My life isn't that bad. Honestly, not bad at all. I have all the freedom. But I don't want to be alone anymore. I don't know the solution to the problem. There's nothing I can do. Not just anyone can help me. No one can help me. I'm looking for those that can understand me deeply inside out. That feel like family. That I have never they better come soon, because I can't hang on for much longer. I don't want to talk to anyone else. Because I can't. I don't know how to say what I want to say, and I don't want to say it without being heard. I feel like I well too deep that I'm not seeing people in my life. They just look into the well. They can see everything near the surface, the entrance, deeper in there. They can't see it. Their eyesight doesn't allow them. Not that I am so obscure or dark in there. Maybe I am obscure to the average people. At the same time, I'm not. It's not that I am obscure, actually. It's not. Everything about me, what's the most fundamental of me, everything can understand. Everyone can understand. Maybe. I don't know. And what? And how come they don't? And these things aren't mine. Maybe I'm just someone from the future, or the far future. Not maybe, I know. Everything, however alien it seems today in the world, everything in the world is too alien for me to look at. No, I don't want to talk about the world. The world doesn't exist. It's just my mind. It's just in my mind. My mind doesn't exist. I'm gonna cut the last 5 minutes of this video. Don't know what I'm talking about. I want to talk about. Maybe I've said enough. It's been half an hour already. I want my videos to continue to be watched by 0 people for more than 1 minute. The last video has had 22 seconds of viewing. That's great. Somebody added me on Discord, started a conversation by saying, "How are you?" I can't answer that. I can't. How are you is a small talk from her side. For me, it's a deep question. And I cannot start a deep conversation with someone that expects a small talk. I feel better now, I guess. I think I'm not gonna continue watching that TV series. I tried to quit many times today. This time I have an officially real reason. I don't resonate with it. Not anymore, not at all. It's too roughly made. For someone with an emotional depth. I know. I know I don't have to wait anymore. I can feel. I can feel the happening of something. Unstoppable thing, whatever it is. I know that's gonna come to me. It's so close. I don't have to wait. Not anymore. I love movies. I love the stage. I love theater. I'm glad that my life feels like one. It's too unconventional. It's the opposite of mediocrity. I love that. It's poetic, it's profound. It's deeply, what's the right word? Deeply refined. It's not a roughly made movie just for entertainment. It's the kind of stage show that's very abstract. It's the kind of movie that has nothing much in it. Not so much drama. But it wouldn't leave. It's the kind of movie that doesn't hook you up with drama. It's the kind of stage show that you watch and you don't really understand. If you think when you watch, you don't get anything. It's the kind of art that you would curse at. How is that art? It's really abstract. You can't understand. Not you. You should understand. You would understand. Because I don't want those that wouldn't understand to be watching this video. Hopefully they don't. I love abstract art. I love postmodernism. I love stage shows with lines that don't seem to make sense. They all make sense to me. The moment they stop making sense, they start to make sense to me. I'm not an alien. I am the least alien person in the world. It's the opposite. Pray for me. I am excited for whatever that's to come. Whatever.